name is Curious Cat. Today I will explain about recursion for humans who are very curious about it, or humans have fear of recursion, just like me before joining this bootcamp. You will be professional of recursion after watching this video. Check it out. So when I write code, my brain asks a lot of sugar. So I get a lollipop when I write code. But, oh my God, someone hid my lollipop in the nested boxes. We don't know how many boxes are nested. How to find my candy? No problem. We can use JavaScript loops or recursion for searching and looping through boxes. Okay, what is loops? JavaScript has several loops. For loop is the most popular one. So for loop is used to repeat specific block of code a known of number of times. But we are not sure how many boxes are nested, so we don't know how many times we can loop. So for loop is not the best choice for approaching these issues. So a while loop is used to repeat specific block of code an unknown number of times until a condition is met. So you can use while loop for searching a candy because we don't know how deep the nested boxes are. To simplify my explanation, I use a simple function that counts numbers until condition in this parentheses met true, it repeat these blocks. So default number is number 0. So while the number 0 is less than and equal to 2, console.log, which print out number, and the number plus means number increase. And it loops the number is greater than 2. So, okay, the recursion is the alternative approach of the while loop. We can use recursion for searching a candy. Both approaches accomplish the same thing. The main difference is that the recursion function calls itself. So if number is greater than 2, this part is called base case. And if the condition met, you can exit this function. If not, continue to the down and console.logs, and the function calls itself. Insert the number as argument, then loops. If number is greater than 2, if the condition met, you can exit this function. If not, continue to down, console.logs, and then the function calls itself, insert the number as an argument, then loops. This continues until condition met. This condition met. Okay, so this is an example of recursion in the real life. So when you are looking for a specific file in the folder tree, usually you don't know how deep the folder is. So using recursion to find the file is a great approach. This is pseudocode of function look for candy in while loop and recursion. If you open the box, the item is either candy or another box. We take the main box for the argument. The while loop, which is here, while item is not candy, is true. Grab another box, then it loops until item is not a candy, is false. When condition met, exit the loop, finally returns found a candy. So let's see recursion. So function look for candy. Box is argument. This is main box. So we can exit this function if item is a candy is true. But if item is a candy is false, the function calls itself here. And inside the next box as an argument, it loops until item is candy is true. So this is a diagram of a while loop and recursion. Diagram of while loop is going to be like this. Check inside a box. If the item inside the box is not a candy, go back to the beginning and check inside of the box again. But if the item is a candy, you can exit the function. Yay! But the recursion diagram is going to be like this. Check inside of the function, inside of the box first. If you find another box, call the function again. So this one is different. Recursion calls function itself. Then check inside of the new box. If you find a candy in the box, you can exit the function. Congratulations! Again, both approaches accomplish the same thing. The main difference is the recursion function calls itself, and then recursion creates call stack, which I will explain shortly. So at this moment, you are crystal clear about recursion, right? Now I will tell you something about call stack. If you forget to write base case in the recursion function like this, the function calls itself endlessly, and you will get numbers forever. Let's see my demo. Okay, so this is function countUp. So this one is regular proper recursion, has base case here. So this one will get continuous numbers from 0 to 2 as we expected. Let's see. Yay! 0, 1, 2. Congratulations! However, I have another function here. This one doesn't have a base case, but only recursion part. See this part and this part, same, right? So this one is going to be very scary. Okay, let's call this. Yay! Wow! Did you see? So many numbers. I don't want this. So this one is called call stack. This one is called stack overflow. Stack overflow. You know overflow means, but what is stack? I will explain what stack in the next slide because concept of stack is very important for computer people. Okay, so stack. We need to know concept of stack to understand recursion better. So this concept is not only for in JavaScript, but it is used for another language as well. Stack is like pile of blocks. You can stack functions like making pile of blocks. And you can push and pop functions on the top of the pile. When you want to insert function, you can push the function on the top of the pile like this. So when you want to remove a function, you can pop function from top of the pile. Just like this. So how the call stack work in recursion? We can go back to the function countUp and I insert 0 in the argument. So when the first time function countUp 0 is called, countUp 0 is generated in call stack. Argument 0 is false in the if statement. So it goes down console.log and prints 0. And function count up is called again, and number 0 plus 1, which is 1, is going to be inserted in the argument of the new function. Then function count up 1, push on the call stack. Function count up 1 is called. Argument 1 is false in the if statement, so it goes down to the console.log and prints 1. And function count up is called again, and number 1 plus 1, which is number 2, going to be inserted argument of the new function. Then function count up push on the call stack. So function count up 2 is called. Argument 2 is false in the if statement, so it goes down to console log and print 2. And function count up is called again, and number 2 plus 1, which is 3, is going to be inserted in the argument of the new function. Then function count up 3 push on the call stack. So function count up 3 is called, argument 3 is true in the if statement, so it returns nothing. But it exists from the function. Okay, now we finish, but call stack still has pile of functions, so they need to clean those functions up. So now they pop the top function count up 3. Count up 2 is going to be popped. Count up 1 is going to be popped. Count up 0 is popped. Now we have a clean call stack. So we are completely done. Okay, now let's go back to the function. Look for candy. So I have demo for look for candy. You can implement look for candy in the code editor. Can you believe? Yes, I did it. So next, nested boxes can be expressed as nested arrays like this. Candy is here. Okay, this is function look for candy. So nested boxes are inside of the argument. So look for all box. This one look for all box inside of all box. And if the, okay, so this is base case. So if inside of the box is candy, you can return founder candy. So this is the recursion part. If this means if the box is empty, function call itself look for candy, and this is the next box. Okay, so let's try to call this function here. Okay, we found a candy, yay! So easy, thank you for JavaScript recursion. Now I don't have any fear about recursion. Okay, in my conclusion, recursion is a function that calls function itself A proper recursive function must always have a base case. The base case is a way to return without making a recursive call. In computer science, a stack is an abstract data type that serves as a collection of elements with two main principal operations: push, which adds an element to the collection, and pop, which removes the most recently added element that was not yet removed. So I have two references. One is javascript.info, and the second one is Grokking Algorithm by Aditya Bahagaba. Thank you for listening my presentation.